All right, we got a 2.5 liter Mazda 6. That's what it is, Mazda 6 2015 Mazda 6 2.5. This seems to be pretty cut and dry, but usually there's something else that's going on that caused this issue. What happened? Battery lights on, check charging system. I'm suspecting naturally it's going to be an alternator. This does have electric power steering. The power steering wasn't a complaint. So got the car. It does have electric power steering. Found out. And I go to check the alternator, do a preliminary diagnosis, inspect the alternator itself. The belt's missing. So here we are. And we're going to get down and dirty, see exactly what had happened, and see if we can go from there. But what I did already move those pulleys. Let me see if I can get this camera here. Move those pulleys to make sure. Watch this camera, don't stay right. I don't think it's gonna stay right. I did move the pulleys to make sure everything was fine, and everything does rotate from the alternator to the idler. Let me get this. I don't have a fancy pointing device, so we have to use the next best thing. So the alternator here is rotating just fine. I can't move it because I got a extension. The pulley down here, oh, I think that's probably what happened. Look how loose that is. It looked like somebody replaced it already. I don't, unless that became loose. It's got some side to side. I don't expect it to be perfect, but something happened. I might need to get up under there and see if I can move it around a little better. I don't have any room from trying to film, but it ain't supposed to be that loose. But normally, the tensioner, I'm trying to get that play. Yeah, it has play in it. I don't think that's gonna be the cause, but it looked like somebody replaced this tensioner already by the look of the bolt at the top of the tensioner. It looks shiny and new. Look at that right there. Look at the focus on it. But the bolt looks shiny and new. So somebody was already back here replacing some stuff. Probably need a better look. There you go. Yeah, it looks shiny. And that was one of the context clues I looked at. Like, was this human error? I'm gonna take the wheel off. Take the wheel off. Hold on. Man, I had to sneeze. We're gonna take the wheel off here and take the splash guard out, and then we'll get a better look inside of the pulley system and the belt drive and see what's going on. Because now, even though I quote them a belt replacement, it's really starting to look like human error. Because I don't know who replaced that tensioner. And we do screw up. So we're here in the wheel well. Took the wheel off. On this car, it was a 21 millimeter to take the wheel off. I'm going to see if I can get this out without damaging anything. There's supposed to be a tool for this. I got it somewhere. I'm gonna try to do it without having to get it, and got that out. So it looks like you can grab the inside of those. It's somewhere down there. There's one. There's two. I probably shouldn't have to take this one out, but I am anyway. And then there's another one tucked back there somewhere. Keep these in a nice pile. I don't know how much room this will give me access to it. There's another one down here at the bottom. Maybe that's one. Maybe that's the last one, I'm hoping. But it probably isn't. It's gotta be another one tucked somewhere in there. Yep, it's gonna be. There we go. Hopefully that's it. I was hoping the last one was it, but see how that worked out. Yeah, this field layout. This looks about right. Stay right there. There we go. Okay. So there was 4 fasteners. I took out 5. I probably didn't have to. Well, yeah, I probably needed to take that out. And let's get these in a nice little neat pile so I won't lose them. So here's the thing. This is a stretch belt that goes on the water pump, and it was about to knock this off of here too. So I'm gonna cut that off because I do have a new belt, and we're gonna run that stretch belt on first and take all the old belt material off of here and slide the new one on. I did check the harmonic balancer for rotational consistency, I guess to be the word, trueness. And I mean, it looked like it's rotating just fine, and it's not wobbling. Maybe that belt just came off because it was old. So let me cut this off so I won't lose my little winding here, and I should be able to go the other way of where it got tangled up and get it off. That's that. All right, and let's see if this will work out. See if I can get a whole belt off of here. Yeah, wow. I don't know if that was oddly satisfying or not, but I have the strands here. Maybe we can, you know, probably analyze the strands and see what happened with the belt later. That's not real. That's not true. I'm not gonna be able to do that. All right, so let me get the belt. So we're gonna put the stretch belt on first. I got a special tool for that. I got 2 different ones. There are other ways of getting this on here, but we're just gonna use a special tool route. All right, change of plans. I got a jack under the oil pan. I'm gonna pull this motor mount out so I'll have a better access to the tensioner. 2 things need to happen. I'm going to check the pulley, make sure it's tight because I need to pull that cap off, because there's a possibility that that bolt that retains that idler, the pulley, probably backed off of it, and I'm just not comfortable with that play. So I really got to see that, and it could have been a manufacturer defect, could have been human error, I don't know, but it seems more manufacturer related. So let's get this off. It looked like I need some 18s, that's what I'm assuming, but I usually am wrong. So it's actually a 17. I was wrong. That ain't gonna work. It's probably not. I know it's not the correct socket. Let me get my big boy, and we're gonna pull that out with that. And I gotta actually impact socket. Let's see how this works. Still don't work. It's fine. We're gonna use what we got. Use the large one. The earthquake. Damn, this thing is on there. Somebody been through this already. Man, they usually get everything up. But the battery's low on this too. Get the principles of how those torque sticks work. You want to get as close to that socket as you can. Well, something like that. A lot of stuff that I don't know. All right, we gotta get down there. Somebody been through this already. And there's another one down at the bottom. And I can take that whole mount out. I had an extension. What do I do with it? So all those were 17 millimeters. And gotta get these connectors out some way. I can squeeze the sides of them, pull that out. This mount's gonna be coming. Is there another one under? Yep, there, I'm missing one. Ew. This is not a simple belt replacement now. I gotta inspect this tensioner. I need to call the customer, let them know there's gonna be a slight change of plans. 10 millimeter. Now I gotta work on getting this out without breaking anything. Let me get my tool. Hopefully this comes out with ease. Yeah, I can tell something because this is supposed to be round. Somebody was already back here. For that, I can take that. We can pull this whole mount out. Okay. So this is a way better view now. Let's see if I can get closer up. This is tight. So this is what's bothering me. Okay. See how the tensioner's moving? Is that normal? Make sure that's... Why would the bushing fail? I mean, unless that bolt's not tight. I just should tighten it up. This thing had to have came loose. Let me tighten it up. That's 12 millimeter. Oh, that's tight. That's crazy. It's tight like it's supposed to. Something missing? That is weird, man. This has a bushing on it. It's a rubber insert. One thing I could only think of is put a belt on there and see what happened. I mean, I'd imagine that something went wrong with the installation with whomever installed it. It just feels sloppy. Maybe I'm looking into it too much, but that probably is enough for it to walk off. Let me call and see if we can replace this. All right, we're gonna run to O'Reilly's and get a new tensioner shortly, but I'm replacing this. So let's make note of the amount of play that we currently got, and then when we put a new one on there, we'll see what it looks like. I just don't like that. It might not be a difference, but am I going the right way? I think right entire left it loose. Oh shoot. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. Yes. I love making all these crazy noises. Alright, don't push your knuckles. Alright. Okay, we're gonna snap these 12 millimeter bolts off and not break them, snap, but we're gonna pull them off. I can only imagine what this is gonna sound like when I'm editing the video. I'm real close to the camera, breathing on the phone, narrating what I'm thinking. Okay. I might need to get my hand under there. You know, I could simply just lower the engine and I would have had better clearance to get that off. Oh, man, there must have been some anti-seize on that. Let me lower it a little bit. Would have got it out if it wasn't for that meddling brake line. We're gonna go to the bottom. All right, here it goes. This is it. Feels sloppy, you know, it's like the top part here where the tensioner is, like a hydraulic tensioner. I messed around with this a little too much, but it was just, yeah, that right there. I wasn't happy with it. Why did they put like a rubber bushing insert in there when it could have just been metal and been fine? Like this one right here feels loose. All that slop in that play, that ain't cool. All right, let's go grab a new one. All right, folks, I had literally just got back from the part store a little while ago. There's a part number, because if I don't show it, somebody's gonna ask about it. I don't know why, when you got a lot of people out here who are like, man, we gotta get dealership calling parts. I understand. I can't afford it, even though my customer's paying for it. But look, we got a new one. Look how pretty it looks. At least they got shiny new parts. Who cares if it doesn't work? It's shiny and new, so it must work. This is the new one. It has no play in it. Let's get the old one and do the same thing. Look at that. Just dancing around. We probably should just take this bottom part off. I do need to charge my phone and at least get a little bit more percentage going on before I start like recording again. So most of the stuff we already done been through, like extracting everything. So you know how to get this off. The same process is putting it back. Nothing any different. What's up with this hole here? Look how big that looks bigger. I don't know why this looks larger. Let's see here. I probably should have. I'll have to measure that. It just looks larger. Let me see. Yeah, it is larger. This hole is also larger too. Yeah, they're probably the same size. It's probably just deceiving. But we know how to do it. I'm just going to put this back where I got it from and clean my area up a little bit, make it nice and neat for the customer. We go. Hey, one thing I didn't want to deceive you guys, because I swear I was having it pushed up like this and it didn't move. So I thought it was tight. I moved it down a little bit and it does have play in it, but it's nothing that of the old one. So it's nothing out of the old one. I could literally measure the run out and stuff. I'm not going through all that because this is not that serious. You know, So, oh shoot, I'm about to trip. Once we get this bolt in here fixed, this is what moves. This is the axis that it's going to ride on. You know, so I think we'll be fine. Maybe that's why I should be checking. It's just weird. Because even after getting the bolt into the block to work and pivot up and down, it still had like a lot of play in it though. It still had more than what I was willing to deal with. Anyway, it's brand new. I feel better about it. Let's get it installed.
Okay, Holmes. Okay, man. We're going to try to get this belt in here. This is the part number for that special tool. And I got a cube that is somewhere that I got to find. But this one is good. It's just plastic. So this is what that looks like. We have a removal. You see at the top left. And then we have an installation. We're going to use the installation tool. And which way I'm going to put it on, I don't know yet. So I'm going to put it on the crank first. Then I'll put it on the, what is this thing called? The pulley for the power steering pump. And as I rotate the engine, it should, did I put it on there right? Oh gosh, I think I was on there wrong. It should walk itself on there. I'm throwing off. So the belt's gonna go underneath. And as I rotate the engine, it'll essentially walk itself on there. The other one is pretty much the inverse, like it walks itself off. So hopefully there was a good verbal demonstration. Now putting it into practice probably is a lot better, so let's do that. So since we're already in the process of giving out part numbers, y'all know I frequently patronize O'Reilly, so this is the part number for the, I said power steering, the water pump belt. That's what I meant to say. I know I call it a power steering pump. So we're gonna put it around the, see if I can do this without, okay, so we can do this. So we're gonna put it around the harmonic balancer first. I do have a socket already on the harmonic balancer. This is a 2015 Mazda 6. It's a 13/16. It fits extremely well on here. So we're gonna put that there. And you can see the belt isn't quite, oh shucks, hold on. Let me see if I can do this. It isn't quite on there. So, I don't know if that came out well. Long story short, we're gonna put this tool on here and rotate the crank, and it's gonna walk itself on there. Oh, all right. I don't know how we're gonna be able to capture this, so just leave it right there. Just wedge it in there. Uh-oh. 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 There we go. Just wedge it in the corner and just walk it on there. Some vehicles you have to be very specific about how you rotate the crankshaft. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I understand how like tight it is. So we're gonna let it ride. Hold on. Hold on. Oh shoot. Understand? Alright, we're gonna let it ride out. Trust the process. The compression seep through. Oh gosh. Please tell me I didn't break my tool. I've had it happen before. If they don't sit properly, it'll break. Oh gosh. Oh cool, I didn't break it. Alright, so the belt is on, but it's falling off the other side of the crank. So this is not a good idea. This is why you shouldn't follow my instructions. I'm gonna go back and let it walk itself on the harmonic balancer. There we go. You're not supposed to do that. That's a big no-no. You're not supposed to turn these engines where it has harmonic balancers, timing chains backwards, it could potentially jump it out of time. So I didn't break my tool. I saved it. Belt's on there, and we're gonna move on to the alternator belt, and hopefully I can get a good visual on that. Get the tool locked back in place. All right, saved me a lot of time not having to use flathead and fight with it. Moving on. I know some of y'all waiting for this to fall off, and there you go. Hopefully I can, there you go. Oh shoot, please tell me I didn't, oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh. It stripped. The boxed in wrench I was using wasn't like a perfect fit, so it kind of rounded it off a little bit. Yeah, let me try something else. I got a different 17, but it has a weird feeling. I ain't that smart, but man, I tell you what, I'm gonna try a different 17, go a little further on the inside. I'm not gonna have as much leverage, and we'll see what happens. I'm gonna try to just, oh gosh. I'm gonna try to just get it on the smooth part of the pulley. And oh man, let me try. Well, let me try this. Let it do its thing right there. And make sure it's in the grooves. Make sure it's on the alternator. All right, push down. It's gonna be a slow process. See how well this works. There we go. All right, that worked out. Okay. Yeah, that was my fault. I had ate up the edges a little bit from the other 17 I had on there because I had so much leverage on it that was just the. But the belt's on there. Put on there. So I got the belt in the grooves of the alternator. Went around the tensioner and on the compressor. And once I applied body weight pressure going
that way towards the firewall. It released, and I was able to loop it around the harmonic balancer, so that worked out. All right, since I got enough room now, I'm gonna go ahead and put that motor mount back in, put that in reverse order, and call it quits. Start up, make sure everything worked fine. Uh-oh, I'm trying to get this camera lined up. Ain't nothing working out right for me today. I done screwed the tensioner up. I know people gonna be like, man, you're a hack mechanic. It's fine. You know, I make mistakes. I wish I was perfect like you guys. Let's start it up. Let's see if it works. Which view do you want? Because we can do a top view. You can't see much. If I can put it on the bottom, we'll be able to see all the rotational components. Let's do that. I think we can come down here. Everything worked out. Looking at the gap there, that's fine. All the rotating components are sitting in its groove appropriately. That's a good looking Gates belt, I ain't gonna lie. I like the way it looks. It looks really resilient. Alright, everything is fine with that. Yo, awesome. Cool. That wasn't bad at all. I would say, without looking at labor time, if I wasn't recording, I would have been able to do this all within 1.5 hours, just to overestimate. And we use some simple tools, 12 millimeter, 17 millimeter, and we had to have that special tool to remove. Oh, I didn't show you the, hold on. Yeah, I didn't show you the belt. This is the belt for the alternator, because I know I was going to get asked that. I say it was a good quality belt. So 12 millimeter, 17 millimeter, the special tool to install the stretch belt, which is not 100% necessary, but it makes life a lot easier. 21 millimeter to remove the wheel, and the tool to remove the cover, the splash guard, to gain access to the rotating accessory. So yeah, we're good. We're good. Oh yeah, and a 10 millimeter to get that off. So I just need a little bit of room for the to maneuver that motor mount out. But other than that, this is very easy. But yeah, if you have to talk crap to me, I'm fine with that. I figure if I tell you to talk crap, then you wouldn't talk crap. So it's like some reverse psychology. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So if anything happened to this, I'll definitely update. We're going to get this cover back on, fight that. But hit that link, subscribe to the channel, stay informed how to reassurance my work. See you next one.